Hi everyone, it's Lori Pinto from Lollipop Paper and lollipoppaper.com. I'm doing this video today and I apologize. I should have done it with my original PDF. This was the gift bags that I had put on it was the first holiday hoopla project for the 12 weeks of Christmas, and I did the PDF for it, and honestly, as I was doing the PDF, I was thinking to myself, really, this would be a lot easier to do a video. I don't know why I didn't do it, but I've had some requests, so I guess my PDF was a little confusing. So hopefully this will be a lot easier for you to just follow by and go back to if you missed something. But it is a super simple project and quick. So this was the one that I had on my blog, and I believe this was the one that I had on for the holiday hoopla. And it's a really nice gift bag. It's about 8 inches tall. It comes with its own card so that you don't have to worry about decorating the front either. So let's do this real quick. I'm using here the Share What You Love DSP, which in my opinion is the absolute best choice for these bags. I've done it with the regular Christmas. I think I did the Festive Farmhouse DSP, but this DSP is just cardstock quality, so it's just perfect. So there are only 2 numbers that you need to remember with this, and it's 3 and 1. So, and all we're going to do is we're gonna do our scoring, and on 3 sides at the 3-inch mark, and on the 4th side the 1-inch mark. So I'll get rid of my cutting blade, because you know how that is when you think you're scoring and you just cut the whole thing. Okay, so that's 3 on that side, 3 on this side, 3, and on this last side we're going to do it at 1. Okay, now you just fold over all of our edges, and you can just tell that this cardstock is just so strong, and it just has a perfect weight for a bag. And now this is the side that I want to show out, so on the outside of the bag. So I'm going to fold back my 1-inch fold line, and this is going to be the little just like topper on the bag. So just give it a good burnish down on all your sides. Okay, so now we'll take this and we're going to adhere this down. So it's going to look that way. The bag is going to look this way. That's the edge of my bag. And I hope the glare isn't too much for you today. It's a really, really rainy day, and so it's kind of dreary, so I do have all my lights on here. So let me just say that when I did the bags and on the PDF, I do mention that I use the tear and tape adhesive, because this is like a heavy duty bag. You can put any kind of gift in there, a box of candy, a shirt, or anything. So it's kind of like the kind you get in Hallmark. So you want to use this. But for the purpose of the video, I'm just going to use my snail, because this would just be time consuming for you to have to sit and watch me try to pull up that strip, which is always an issue for me. So, okay, so we have this layer folded back down onto the side we want. Put your tear and tape right to the edge there and fold it down. Okay, so you're good. All right, let's put this one aside, and we're going to go to the other 12 by 12 piece. And that's what's so great about this project is literally you are just doing, you're just using 2 12 by 12 sheets of DSP. Okay, so that one is, actually, well, first what I was supposed to do here, I forgot, is for the second sheet, cut off the 4 inches off of the sheet, and that's going to be the part of the card that we'll use later. Okay, so now with this sheet, we're going to start on the short edge here, and we're going to do it now. Remember I said it's just two numbers, 3 and 1. So now we're just going to score it at 1. And this is the short side, so the short side is up. So I'm going to score it at 1. And this time we're going to be doing 1, 1, 1, and 3. So I did 1, 1, 1 more 1, and 3. Okay. So here again, and we're done. We're done with the scoring for that. So we're going to leave that one aside, and we're going to fold back on all of our score lines here too. This was the 1 inch one, so actually I should use my foam folder because this is pretty. I'm always afraid to score it too tight because then it's I don't want it to rip, but with this paper you really don't have any problems with that. Okay, so now we're going to show, now this is the side we want out, so we're going to fold back this side again, and you're going to use your tear and tape, but I'm just going to use the adhesive here, like that. Okay, so this side is folded back on the side that we want to be showing. So what we're going to do now is we're going to make sure all of our fold lines are nice and tight, and that we're going to cut these bottom tabs out. And we're not going to completely cut it out, just right up to the 3-inch mark. We're not going to completely crop them out because these are going to be the flaps that turn in and become the base of the bag. So I'll show you. So this is how it's going to go. Okay, and then this is the inside of the bag. So now in the PDF, and I think this is what got a little confusing, that I'll show you how we're going to line the tear and tape. So you take your tear and tape and just start at the top and run it all the way down to the bottom on both sides. Okay, and you'll see that when we turn these two flaps in and just line them up with the score line, and then just hold them for a second to give that, well, so what you're going to do is, I'm holding it for these adhesive to set, but what you're going to do is you're going to just lift the top strip of the adhesive just on these two, and leave the other ones, leave the strip here, just to keep the bond a little stronger for when you're ready to put them together. So here I have my adhesive, it's already here, it's already sticky, so it's ready to go. Okay, so this is the inside base part, and that's ready to go. So now let's go back to our 12 by 12 sheet and make sure everything is burnished again. And what we're going to do here is almost the same thing. We're going to cut out the 3-inch squares, 3-inch up to the 3-inch line, and this will work in the same way. It will be the base, and then we'll just put the two bases together. Oh, stuff here. Okay, and it's the same thing. This is going to fold in, have nice crisp lines, and it's the same thing. So here's the other outside part of that box. Okay, so here now I would run another strip of the tear and tape here, and just line up your corners. just give it a little zhuzh on the inside just to make sure everything's nice and tight and straight. Okay, so now you have your two pieces. And remember, you already have your strip, your tear and tape here. So now is the time you would lift the strip that covers the tear and tape, the adhesive, lift that up so now your adhesive is on both sides. What I would do here is put another piece of adhesive right on the bottom of the larger insert. Okay, so now here we go. We're just going to put this, lay this in right to the bottom. Try to get that corner squared off. And corner to corner up here on top. And again on this side. Whoop. And just make sure your edges are tight like that. Okay. Now your adhesive would be a lot stronger. I think I kind of waited a little bit too long. So let me just push this in here. And I'm just running my hand through it just to make it make the corners a little straighter. And there you go. There's your box. And so this would be considered the where the two pieces came together. That would be considered the back side. So try to keep that to the back, and we can go on to adhering the card part of it. So with this may have been a little confusing too without pictures, but this the black piece is 5.5 by 2 1/4, and this is going to be is this the back? Yeah. This is going to be the slot that we make that will hold the card. Will go in like that. So the way we do this is take the classic label punch, and we want to make sure that it's even and straight the whole way. So the best way to do that is to be sure that you're all the way at the back here, and that you have it right up to the side, so that you know when you make your next punch, it'll be even. So I have it. One. Now I'm just going to go over a little bit, do the same thing, make sure it's all the way to the back, and punch it in the middle. And then this time I'm going to make sure that this side is right at the end, and it's still as far as it can go in, and punch. You can just see it right there by my finger. Whoop. Okay, and there you have a very nice straight line, and really very little fussing to do with that. So here I would probably just get away with using your snail on the top part of the slot, and I put this and I line this up right here, right, so it's right underneath so this way I know that it's straight. So I just line the top bar up right underneath the lip that we turned over, and there you have your card. So let's find the 4-inch piece that we worked on before, and we're going to trim that down to 10.5. So it was a 12-inch piece of DSP, so let's trim it down 1.5 inches, and we will just fold this in half. Again, this is just the best paper ever. Okay, and so then what I did, so this is I picked a piece of coordinating cardstock, which I picked the So Saffron, and so I'm going to mount that. So this is 5.5 by 4 1/4. This is 4 by 5 1/4, and I'm just going to mount the back of this right on top there. Right on here. And I have another piece of just regular Whisper White. I'm going to put that on the inside because that would be impossible to write something on there. Actually, I didn't use Whisper White. I did use, for this card, I used the Berry Vanilla. Oh, I think I'm running out here. Okay, so this just goes in the middle, so you can write your little message on there, and that's good to go there. Okay, so I have another piece. This is just 2x4 of the same coordinating cardstock, and this I am just kind of going along with how I did my first one. You can certainly change the design of the card to whatever you want to do. And I'll just put this on here, anywhere you want. I always do mine a little bit lower than center. And then I could take a piece of, this is the black satin ribbon, or shimmer ribbon, I believe, and just wrap that around here. And I wouldn't worry about a bow, but so I'm just going to make a little knot here. Come on. Fix that, because you know I do not like that twisted like that. All right, so let's say we got that twisted back to where it's supposed to be, and then I would just trim this. Oops, I'm using my wrong scissors here. Okay, so, and then I would take my sentiment like I did before. I think one of them I put it this way, and you just put it where however you want it to work. And in this case, I would probably stamp in the Memento black ink. And look, there you go. You just slip this in here, and you have your card. And what I did with one of them, I also took a strand of the black ribbon, and I just ran it around here and made a little bow to the side, like I did here in this one here. So, sorry I didn't put this all out the first time, but I think you get the idea now. And if you have any questions, you can email me, or you know, put a comment on the blog, either way, or the newsletter, and I'd be happy to answer them. But I think this is it. Once you start doing this, you are not going to want to stop, because it's fun and it's a beautiful bag that you could use for any occasion. So I hope this was helpful, and next time maybe I'll just go right to the video and scratch the PDFs. And okay, so I hope this was good, and come back and visit me. Make sure that you are subscribing to my email list, the newsletter list, and that's where we're getting the Holiday Hoopla, which is a limited series of 12 weeks of Christmas. And every week I do have one of these, some kind of holiday project for you. Okay, have a great day. Thanks so much for visiting.